All right, what's up, everybody? In this video, we are going to be talking about present simple in a negative way, not negatively about present simple, but using negatives with simple present or present simple negatives. Again, this Prezi is not prepared by me. I will leave the link down below, but be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you can get the rest of the notifications so that you can see the rest of the videos. Hey, okay. All right. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. I got it. 1 second. Okay, so here we are. So here I am once again. People in class, can you guys see it? Can you see the presentation? Awesome.
Yes.
Should be a relatively quick video. All right, so if you're watching this, you probably are familiar with simple present. And very quickly to recap, in simple present, the verb is almost always in the base form, except when it is in third person singular. Excuse me, in regular verbs, with regular verbs, we add s at the end of the verb. Cool? But now we're going to look at when we use not with the verb to be or not with other verbs as well, okay? So how do we form a negative form of simple present? Well, to form a negative sentence, we add does not or do not to the sentence, okay? So does or is the verb to do. The only place, again, that we use does is in third person singular. So does not or do not, we add them to the sentence regardless of the verb that is there. And instead of saying does not or do not, you can use the contraction form, which is doesn't or don't. So does not is the same as doesn't. Do not is the same as don't. Cool? And what we do is that instead of conjugating the verb in third person singular and adding an s, we just leave the verb in its base form. So we don't do anything to it when there's a negative. So the formula is does not or doesn't plus the base form of the verb. Okay? So if we say he doesn't talk, or she, so the positive or the affirmative would be he talks, right? So ideally what we do is we add an s at the end of that verb. So he says he talks, right? She talks. It talks. This is in the affirmative, which means it's positive. To make it negative, we have to add the verb to do plus not. The verb to do with third person singular is does, right? So then if we want to transform this example into a negative, we have to put does not or doesn't, right? Talk. But here's the thing. We can't keep the s at the end of that verb because now what's conjugated is the verb to do. So he does not talk or she doesn't talk. Again, we have to take off the s. Does that make sense? So it doesn't talks is not correct. So this one is not correct. All right. The reason why it's not correct is that if it is in negative, we have to use does not, and we have to keep the main verb in base form, which means it's not conjugated. Yeah? Any questions so far? All right. So In plural, we would say, or in not just in plural, anything besides third person singular, sorry, we use do and not. Or again, together it's don't plus the base form of the word, of the verb. So I'm so sorry. So the main verb is talk. However, when it's a negative, the verb that is actually conjugated is the do. Okay, so I don't talk, we don't talk, they don't talk, you don't talk. It's pretty cool because in the affirmative, you keep the base form of the verb anyways, but in this case, you add the do not if it's negative or the don't. Cool? All right, so these are some examples. Let's delete this. Ooh. This is not gonna let me delete anymore. Come on. There we are. All right, so examples. He walks to school every morning. Notice we added the S, we conjugated the verb, so we added the S. He doesn't walk to school every morning. So then that is in the negative, and the other one is in the affirmative. And in the second sentence, or in the negative sentence, we do not add an S at the end of the main verb. She studies for the test. We conjugated studies. She doesn't study for the test. Study remained the same because the verb that is conjugated is the verb do. Okay. I play football every day. I don't play football every day. They fly to Italy every year. They don't fly to Italy every year. Okay. So this would be some practice. He doesn't wear a hat. He doesn't wear a hat. What would be the second one? They and not. How would I say that sentence? Can anyone tell me?
They don't fly.
They don't fly plane. What about it?
It doesn't sleep in bed.
It doesn't sleep in bed. And you?
You don't fix.
You don't fix cars. All right, so that is the end of this presentation. There is something that I do want to point out. When you are using, let me put up a whiteboard. Okay. Can you guys see the whiteboard? Yeah? Can everybody see the whiteboard?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. When we are, this is for every other verb that is not the verb to be. The verb to be is special. So if we are using the verb to be with negative, then I would say, instead of saying, so she is happy, for example, that's my sentence. I would say she is not happy. So with the verb to be, I do not add do. I do not add the verb to do. I just keep the verb to be and then put the not after. They are not tall. Okay. They are tall. They are not tall. Okay. So with the verb to be, the not, there is no the verb to do. We don't add that. We just keep the verb to be and we add not between the verb and whatever comes after. Cool. I am not going. No, that would be present continuous, but that is that. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions for me? Pretty easy breezy, beautiful. All right. That is it for tonight, you guys. I will see you guys next video. If you are watching the videos, be sure to subscribe. And if you're in my class, come join me next week because I know you're gonna miss me and I'm gonna miss you. So that's that. See you guys later.